all propagating at this point.
I love that I get notifications that Into the Lab podcast is live on my phone.
Oh, perfect. Yep, that's
Why?
the truth
Why?
right there.
I don't remember setting notifications for you.
No, I went in your account and made sure you had it. If you're joining us, that means you watch us every week. That's right. I am your host, Ernest Silva, or at Docky, the future PhD, or Docky, the PhD, depending on how you know me and where you're at. We're at the Airbnb Studio, Season 2, Episode 26. That is right. We're still in the Airbnb. Lots more to talk about on that. But let me tell you right now, this episode is brought to you by the mothership Blue Collar Media Group, www.bluecollarmg.com, where you can see our podcasts, our streamers, our writers, all of our social creators on there. Go on there, check out our stuff, updates daily, weekly, monthly, tons of great content. But of course, we feature one advertiser. That is going to be TallySite. www.tallysite.com is where you can place your great college sports bets. That's right. March Madness is upon us. If you haven't seen the rankings, Davis Cordova, number 1 on TallySite. They got the shot. He got the shout out today. So shout out to Davis, who's not joining us because he's at the Big 12 tourney. So hope you bring some luck to your Cowboys. Let's get started with introductions. As always, announcer, bring us in. All right. From Guilford, an analytical mind found at the ESPN Sports Analytics Conference at Asian Tatum, Chris Remick.
Thanks for having me, Ernest. Coming back after a couple weeks of silence, so it's good to be back and talking NFL, I guess, today. So I'm excited.
You shouldn't be surprised. You're the perfect man to talk NFL. Perfect man.
Fantasy implications.
Fantasy
although
implications.
the season
100.
is over.
The man making his return from a hiatus from Frostbite Sports, Jet Faulk.
What's up, boys? I just came off a nice little high of Duke winning, so I get one more Blue Devils game, hopefully. And yeah, that's about where I'm at.
That's perfect. So Duke is still dancing. That's going to be is Duke a Cinderella team this year?
Potentially.
It's a flip of the script at this point. We're excited to have you, Jet. Of course, he can't see him yet, but he will have his face on screen. He's coming over. Are you in DC today?
I am indeed.
He is in DC, the man with the analytical presence of the Source podcast. That's right, Job Goddard. Welcome back, Job.
How's it going, guys? Good to be on.
Excited to have you. Sam will be joining us later. We'll do his intro when he comes in. If you haven't heard it yet, we have the NFL experts versus the NFL newbies. It's going to be fun later as trivia is back today. But let's talk about my co-host who's been waiting anxiously to have his system start up and join us today. That is right. It is your general, Steve Reisner.
What's going on, everybody? I feel like it's been forever since I've been on this fucking show. I don't know why. Has it been a while?
It's been a while for everybody because
none of you guys ever sang happy birthday to me after my birthday.
That's true. We did have a 3-week hiatus after your birthday.
Yeah, like this show just quit after my birthday because none of you guys wanted to sing happy birthday to me.
He's not wrong. It was very hard not to get, but I want to have a full group before we sing happy birthday. I mean, it should really be.
I mean, well, Steph's got to be here too.
Happy 50th, Steve.
Happy 50th. Wow.
Do I still look 50 even with the haircut?
We can't even see the haircut.
I can't see you at the moment, but probably.
No, you don't look 50. You don't look 50.
I don't.
Clean 45.
Fucking dickhead.
Well, let me tell you, those are your network champion sports scientists. That is right. Your sports scientists are here. We're going to have some fun today, but there is a face you do not recognize. I guarantee you do not recognize because he's never been on the show, making his ITL debut. You may know him as Matt, but most know him as Punish Pool. Welcome.
Yeah, what's up, guys? I'm just a loser who doesn't know nothing about sports, and then I get told I'm going to be asked about sports. This is going to be fantastic.
It is going to be one of the most memorable
I
episodes.
do love how I just decided for Punish Pool that he was going to be on trivia, and he was like, "Yeah, okay."
I think it's a fantastic thought. I really like it. So if you're not familiar with what's going on, so we have a 2-round
Good work
segment for
ethic,
you
too.
tonight. The first round is going to be nothing but read and react. We're going to be talking about a bunch of NFL reacts, what's going on around free agency, who got franchise tagged, who didn't, who cares. And that's going to be a big part of our conversation today. Then we're going to talk about those teams to watch in the NBA. And if you've been following along with our Labster Power Rankings, we actually have a special this week. We're going to have some video releases of those NBA Power Rankings. So stay tuned on our social media. Round 2 is our famous ITL trivia segment. So if you're not familiar with ITL trivia, we invite podcasts and shows to come on and compete against us on some of the toughest trivia questions known to man. All right, it's not that tough, but we do have some fun going over it. And so we're going to introduce you to what that trivia segment is today by having some inter-team battling. The NFL newbies with Punish Pool and Chris, who focus on video games and NBA, and then Sam and Job are going to represent the experts on NFL history. So we'll see who actually comes on top today, who has bragging rights going forward. But first, announcer, like always, ring the bell and let's get the night started off right. All right, that's the round 1 bell. And of course, you don't know who Punish Pool Gaming is because he's one of our newest streamers on the stream team. So we're going to introduce you today. Matt, you rather me call you Punish Pool or Matt for tonight?
Prefer Punish.
Punish. Let's go with Punish then. All right, Punish. Talk to us a little bit about how you started and what got you into streaming.
Just like everybody else, honestly, when it comes to streaming, is you either have a background of, honestly, you were bullied in school because you were that nerd. Obviously, I mean, I got a Star Wars flag behind me. But that being said, is going from being bullied, just gaming my whole career, and that was my life, is I played video games. Flash forward to about 4 years ago, moved out to a house with my wife, played video games to a certain point that I decided I wanted to take it to the next level. A year ago, I decided to spend $1,600 on a computer that I don't suggest to anybody and started streaming video games. That being said, on a 1-year fight of, I want to say a fight of my life, trying to get off the ground, I built what I am today, and 1,000 followers later, still fighting that fight.
So, streaming seems like it's a big passion for you. What came behind the name Punish Pool? I mean, I can get an understanding of Deadpool, but what came up with Punish Pool?
So I'm
He
a big
also likes the Punisher.
bingo.
Okay.
I am a huge comic book nerd. I mean, I have a shit ton of Deadpools right behind me in this one cabinet, but one drawer. So Deadpool, obviously, he's the merc with the mouth, and if you've seen my stream or seen my go-to, I call myself the gamer with the mouth. That being said, one of the most iconic moments, and Steve and I actually talked about this a little bit in Discord or on Twitter. The Punisher called out Captain America in the Civil War, calling him a pussy for not signing the Accord. And basically they had this big brawl. And to me, the Punisher is just, I don't care. Deadpool's unstoppable. And if you look at the Punisher, he's unstoppable. So unstoppable force, Punish Pool.
Oh, yeah, no, Frank Castle is absolutely unstoppable.
He's a monster.
He's the man. So are you a fan of, well, let me ask you first. Are you a fan of the Deadpool movies first, number one? And then are you a fan of the Punisher's TV series on Netflix, or I guess Netflix series?
I am an absolute fan. If you ask me and my wife, Ryan Reynolds is the most beautiful man alive. So yes, I love the Deadpool series. I'm excited for Deadpool 3. Actually, one of my sound alerts is from Deadpool 2. And the Punisher series, my ringtone is the theme song for the opening of the Netflix show.
Oh, that's fantastic. So you're all the way through and through, a huge fan all the way. So how do you choose what games you're going to be streaming, and what is it based what your community wants, or is it, hey, this is what I'm feeling today?
It depends on my mood. If I'm in my normal mood lately, and I'll be honest, sometimes it happens, I don't know what to play, so I'll ask the community. Like tonight, after all this, I may stream Kingdom Hearts. I may just go back to COD. Other days, I have that drive. I'm like, I'm playing a game. I want to keep going with it. That's what I go to. I'm a variety streamer, which means I play everything. I hate horror. I play horror, though.
So if you aren't familiar with Punish, how do they find you? How do they find your stream? Where they go, Punish?
You can find me on Twitch. If you download the app or go on your computer, Twitch at Punish. Well, it's not ads. Put in the search engine, Twitter, Punish Pool _gaming. On Twitter, you can find me at PunishPoolG. Yes. Everything. And then on Instagram and TikTok, it's also PunishPool_gaming.
So I asked this question to Chad last week, and then I'm going to let the group kind of drill questions at you if anybody has anything on the streaming side. But I asked this question to Chad last week, and I said, okay, this crazy guy named Ernest, and he says he's part of this Into the Lab podcast, put out this message like, hey, we're looking for streamers. And you replied and you said, hey, I'll give this a shot. What was your thought going into that meeting? Like, this guy's nuts. This is going to be one of those scams, or what went through your head?
So when I first initially saw the post on Facebook, the first thought through my head was just like every other group is, oh, they're going to give me a discount code to sell their merch. So I remember messaging you, and I'm like, and I remember like I could look at the message word for word. I probably went in the words of, is this a discount code or are you being a like legit sponsor? And you're like, I remember you saying, no, it's legit. Like, why don't you talk to us? So I remember sitting in the meeting. It was you, Steve, Kenny, and someone else. I think.
I don't believe I was present.
I thought you were, but
I know
anyway.
Davis
Not
was
mentally.
there.
Yeah,
Steve might have been
Maybe
checked
it
out.
wasn't you. Maybe it was Davis. I'm thinking, but what I remember
That's a
there
common
being
mistake. That's a common mistake.
I remember there being 4 people, and I'm
that
like,
is such a compliment to Davis.
I remember sitting there listening to you guys, and I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, there's no, excuse my language, I'm sorry, guys, I have a mouth.
Oh no,
I'm like,
you can swear.
Oh,
Yep,
good.
You're good.
I'm like, there's no fucking way this is happening. And I remember, I think it was 5 minutes. You said, and we all talked about it. You said, think about it overnight. 5 minutes later, I messaged you. I'll do it. And I talked to my wife for 5 minutes. I'm like, I got to try. I got to give this a chance. Because as a streamer, 1,000 followers, do you know how hard it is to get an actual sponsorship? Like, people, it's still unbelievable to this day.
Yeah, and you fit the mold right in. You fit the blue collar mold right when we started. And so I'm really excited that you're part of the group. And so I'll make the announcement live here for you, Punish Pool. If you guys will know, Punish has now been announced as one of the co-captains of the BCMG stream team. So congratulations to you. And we're really excited that you're leading this group and being a part of it, being part of Blue Collar's quest inside esports. So congratulations. Yeah, he's excited. You know, he can't even. He's about to cry. This is like when he Golden Globes. He's he's excited. Let me ask the group. You guys have any questions for Punish?
What is your favorite thing about me being your boss?
Oh my gosh! Of course, of course.
Yo, you know what it was? It was yesterday. I said, can I be the groundskeeper? And I said, I'll change my name to Willie. And you didn't even recognize the joke. I was hoping for the Simpsons thing.
I did actually, but I just.
But his question to me-
I actually laughed out loud at that, but then I just went right to shit. He better cut grass good.
Exactly. And my
Sorry.
comment. Honestly, I'll be honest.
I really
like,
am an old man.
bullshitting with you on the side, and then like, and I'm not gonna lie, we'll probably end up going into it. Is coming to you with my idea. I know Ernest was busy, and coming to you with my idea, and then you're just like, dude, this is amazing. And having that connection with you guys as our managers, as our sponsors, is amazing.
How about anybody else? Anybody else have any questions? Any hard ones for him so he can sweat a little bit on life?
I mean, you just got me to cry on shit.
That is true. That is true.
I feel like we should give him a break.
Yeah,
All right, that's fine. You're
cry. You're gonna fucking try to get him to bleed too. Jesus Christ.
I mean, we might as well. If this, I mean, it makes the most sense.
Yeah, blood, sweat, and tears. That's the blue collar way.
That's the blue collar.
It's
I mean,
worse
there's no
that
other way
my
to
wife
say
is
it.
watching.
Oh
Punishes
no, you're
life.
gonna get so much slack for that.
She's seen it many times on
Well,
stream.
I'll tell you what. I like to give a live look in just at some of your past videos. I'm just going to have that streaming as we say goodbye. But, you know, for those that are just tuning in or haven't followed on, Punish Pool Gaming is one of the newest streamers on our BCMG stream team. He is now a co-captain of that stream team. Congratulations to you. We're excited to be venturing into the streaming world. But just to show everybody and talk to everybody, Punish, tell everybody where they can find you again and find your content.
You can find me at PunishPool_gaming on Twitch. Again, be ready for some mouth action. Wow, that's a bad video. I was lagging bad on this, but this is but you can follow me at PunishPoolG on Twitter, PunishPool_gaming on TikTok and Instagram and Twitch. As I said, you can find me at PunishPool Space Gaming on Facebook. I don't use that one, but just it's there. But yeah.
That's great stuff. And thank you again for being a part of today's podcast, because we're excited to have you a part of the stream team. I told you that in wrestling fashion and form, MTMV Sports was going to come in here and take over round one, and just like that, they started bombarding.
How else would MTMV show up to it? Come in here. I mean,
but we all know that just like Tom Brady probably walks to a restaurant as champions, they won last time, so they're walking in at their own time. So we get it. They're coming in at their own time. They hold the crown.
Tom Brady's the first one there. Come on, you guys know that.
No, he's not. No, he's not at 44. But
Tom Brady can say the N-word.
There we go. We're gonna start this one off.
Oh, he can't. No, he cannot. I don't know who on God's green earth gave you the ability to hand out N-word cards, but that's not what's going on here.
Wow. I was gonna ask, is that like official? Did like Rappaport tweet that or something?
I actually think we're making it official right now. We're gonna put that everywhere. Connie, elaborate a little bit.
No, I am not putting that anywhere.
Connie,
dude.
is that a guarantee?
I'm a white guy from Boston. I can't say that.
I feel like this. When you move to Florida, too many, like way too many internet people were like, "Yo, we're gonna put wicks on him, put golds in his mouth." He already said the N-word to Ed Reed. So like, yo, if Ed Reed lets, I get, part of us.
That's right. That's right.
You get sticks, you in there. You know what I mean? So.
Wow.
Ed Reed said he didn't say it.
Man, he flawed you, man. We all heard it, man.
Well, before I go away too much, we start talking NFL action. Punish, thank you again for doing your interview. I know you're sticking around, but to everybody, thank you so much, Punish, for joining us and giving us the emotion. I feel a little like Oprah, so I wanted to make sure I acknowledge you one more time before we move on. Let's talk NFL action. Dak Prescott gets his contract, guys. He gets his contract. The man gets paid. He gets paid handsomely. He's definitely somebody who's walking around with a limp today, but let's talk a little bit about that contract. 4 years, $160 million. That is correct. You heard it right. I'm not lying. And a $126 million guaranteed. A very big contract, but very team friendly if you look at the front loading nature of that contract. So let's talk Dak Prescott. Let me go around the room. Jet, good contract, good idea for the Cowboys, or did they miss the boat on this one?
No, this is a great contract because that's just how the QB market works. Every quarterback that has any skill whatsoever gets the highest or at least a high contract, and it just keeps going. That's how that motor goes, man. You can't change the way it goes. QBs are always going to make money.
That's it, setting the new bar. Chris, how do you feel about Dak Prescott? Fantasy implications.
Well, I thought it was a good move too, because in the NFL, you lock up a quarterback when you can lock up a quarterback, and especially if Dallas has faith that Dak's going to come back and be 100% or close to 100%. So yeah, I think it's a great move, and hopefully he continues to have a productive career.
So I'm going to wait to give my opinion to the very end for sure, because I know I'm probably not going to be the majority on this. Connie, how do you feel about Dak getting his money?
Yeah, I say it's about time, man. Get this man money so we can go ahead and get y'all a championship. Yeah, the most athletic team in the NFL, man. I think this is where the turning point goes for the Cowboys, man. Someone to actually challenge the Tampa Bay Bucks and challenge the Chiefs. So
that's music to my ears, Connie. Don't make me feel good tonight. That's dangerous. Rick, you feel the same about Dak?
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. In no way, shape, or form do I feel the same way about Dak. Dak, but I love Connie Westside, bro. To be honest with you, man, I don't believe in Dak. I believe he's been in my estimation, he's been close, but not quite the guy that you expected after his first season. After his first season, we kind of expected that he would come in and be kind of on that level of a Patrick Mahomes, on that level of a Deshaun Watson, and he has been productive, right? But when it comes time to win games, I haven't seen it from him. And that's kind of been my whole thing with Dak. I thought Dak was going to be like world changing, right? And I haven't quite seen that. So do I like Dak? Yes. Do I believe in Dak as the guy, right? Going forward for the next 4 years to get you to the Super Bowl in 4 years. Do I believe he can do it? I'm going to be honest with you, I don't.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Joe, when it got released, you waited an hour, and then all of a sudden I heard you state, I love the contract. So talk to me a little bit. You said, Dak, you love the money. What are your thoughts?
So I love the contract for Dak, but I actually think that it's bad for the Cowboys. If it was another team giving him that contract, I think they'd be in a much better position to win. Cowboys have too many highly paid players without the depth at other positions.
Okay. I mean, that's fair because essentially you're saying Dak wins it this year or next, and then Amari and Zeke are gone with that contract. Essentially what you have to say. Yeah,
and they're already making, upwards of $20 million for those two positions, and it really hasn't shown you much, especially from Zeke last season. You didn't really see a player worth $22 million.
Okay. Punish, who's your favorite team in the NFL?
The Cowboys.
Okay, then wonderful. How do you feel about Dak getting the contract?
It's actually a bad idea. The reason why is just because you pay him a lot of money doesn't mean he's going to win the game. The Cowboys have had shit years for several years, and now you're going to invest some money into another quarterback. Great for the Cowboys for a quarterback, but you need to get the rest of the team on board. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Steve, I hold you for last because you're the Tom Brady expert, and Michael Irvin just recently said you can compare Tom Brady to Dak Prescott, and you got that guy that's just younger. So I thought I might as well just bring you in with that and see that face and then get your
compare
opinion.
Tom Brady to Dak Prescott. Tom Brady had 3 Super Bowls in his first 4 years starting. So no, we don't see that we got that guy because, like Rick was saying, we haven't seen Dak really take that next step. I think he was taking that next step last year before he got hurt. I think he was taking that step before he got injured. So if you're the
defense, he just had a bad defense.
Yeah. So if you're the Cowboys, you gotta lock up your guy. You had the guy there. Obviously, he's got talent. Maybe he's capable. You got a lot of work to do on that defense. A lot of work, and you just put $40 million in. It's not practical to me. Your window now is 4 years. It's not, and I don't even think it's of getting to a championship with the kind of money you got tied up with him and Zeke and Amari. You got to go win one.
So let's talk a little bit about
logistics. In those 4 years, you have to win one, and I don't know if I can see the Cowboys. Maybe they will. I don't know. The NFL is impossible to predict. But
so let's talk a little bit about window and about Dak's age and the contract, because we look at young elite quarterbacks in the NFC. There aren't many. There are a lot in the AFC, but there's not many in the NFC. You can say, well, Russell Wilson's over that prime mark, but he's still in his prime. Yes, that's true. But really, other than Kyler Murray in the NFC, you have Dak Prescott right now. In the AFC, you can list a slew of young quarterbacks that are elite. Jared Allen, Patrick Mahomes. I mean, you just go down the list. So let's just say the Cowboys do this right. I mean, Jerry Jones is 78. The reason he's paying him is because he has to win a championship before he croaks. I mean, that's the real Dallas kicker there, right? You got to get a chance. So Patrick,
I thought Jerry Jones was like an immortal or something.
Well, he bathes in gold, but he's not immortal. He's not immortal.
I don't know.
He does find money in places you never would, Steve. I mean,
you go like what's the fucking pit from the Ra's al Ghul's place in the DC Comics? I can't.
Oh, this is all punish. Punish.
Ra's al Ghul is a fucking bad guy who teaches Batman early on to say, "This is how you're."
Bane.
Yeah, he's got the pit that brings people back to life.
No.
Lazarus pit. Was it the Lazarus pit?
Yes, it was the Lazarus pit.
I thought it was, but it sounded stupid to me.
We're not talking. I thought you were talking about crab face after Ernest.
Yeah,
said
that's
about
what
Bane.
that's what I thought he was talking about. Bane.
Listen, it's not his fault he got that. That's a sexual disease.
Wow. Wow. So Jerry Jones, I don't even know I'm not even going to go there. This brings me to the shower talk, so let's not even go there. So, okay, so Dak Prescott, I want to list, okay, in your eyes, you have Dak Prescott. He's a top what quarterback? We talked about this months ago. All right, now you got the contract. Dak Prescott, I'm just going to just throw a number out there. I'm going to go around the room. Chris, Dak Prescott is a top what quarterback in the NFL?
You're going to me first, Ernest.
Yeah, you first.
I
You
don't
set
know
me the bar low.
Ernest, I'm going to keep it real with you, bro. I don't know if I could name 15 quarterbacks in the NFL.
Okay,
so I'm just going to say top 15.
He's top 15 for sure. So top 15 is the bar set by Chris. Jet.
I'm going to say top 7.
Top 7. Let's go Rick.
Wow. I'll put him somewhere. I'll put him somewhere in the top 12. Let's say somewhere in the top 12. I want to kind of give him top 10. But there's so many young emerging quarterbacks right now that I believe can be better than him, especially coming off of that ankle. So I'm going to go top 12.
All right. So we're QB1 right now. Fantasy purposes, just making sure you understand. Steve.
Yeah, I'm actually rolling right with Rick on that. Like 10 to 12 is exactly where I put him because of that injury right now.
All right. Punish, got to ask you.
Let's say say 16.
So top 16. You're gonna roll with that. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Just throwing a number out there.
Connie.
Yo.
Top what? What is Dak Prescott's ranking in the NFL? Top what?
When Justin Fields get it there and Trevor Lawrence is going to go down significantly. So I say he's the top. You know what? We'll give him this. He's the top 5 black quarterback out there.
Okay, I'll give it to you, Connie, just because I'm feeling nice today. Will Smith joining the podcast. Welcome, buddy. Where do you see Dak Prescott?
What's up, man?
I tell you, Dak Prescott, you tell me he's a top what quarterback?
I give him top 10. He'd probably be number 10.
Top 10 quarterback. The Voice joining us as well. Always love having The Voice on here. I tell you, MTV is invading. The Voice, top what quarterback is Dak Prescott?
He is a top 35 quarterback.
Top 35. Oh my
Get out
God.
of here, boy. I miss you, by the way. But get out of here, bro.
35. That's bad.
Job, round us up. So top what quarterback?
Jet stole my thunder. He's QB7.
I have Dak Prescott as a top 5 quarterback.
Of course you do.
Of course I do.
Black dude, right?
Yeah, of course of black people, Connie. Of course.
So what's your 1 through 5?
Oh, you're going to make me say it. We're going to go through it. All right. Patrick Mahomes is up there in the top 2. Tom Brady's definitely up there in the top 2.
That's all Will wanted to hear. That's all Will wanted to hear.
Wait. I thought we were doing your top 5 black quarterbacks.
Oh, my bad.
Nah, just top 5. Tom Brady wouldn't be on there then. He's talking about that.
Yeah, I'm like,
Tom Brady.
Wait, you don't know.
I was going to say.
I was
Mahomes
just
get pulled over.
told.
He's just a light-skinned black man. That's all.
I was just told that Tom Brady had permission to have his card. Connie gave him permission just a minute ago, so he's still on the list.
Conrad does not have the privilege to hand out N-word cards.
That's what Connie said.
Hey, he in Florida, so yo.
Yeah, no.
Dude, I feel like Connie's a little outweighed. I like Connie, but he is getting disagree with here.
Can't do it.
So,
I mean,
yeah, Conrad will get you messed
rules.
up. Don't listen.
Now, I don't know if it changes. Now we're talking about top quarterback in the league, but I'm gonna spin it and just say your opinion change. If I say he's a top what in fantasy quarterback value, does that change for you?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it does change for everybody. So
it doesn't change for me. He's still top 35.
At least.
Now,
right,
if you got Cam Newton ahead of him or below him.
Oh man. Come on now.
Say it again.
Cam Newton. Give me a break.
If Dak Prescott is top 35, then where do you got Cam Newton? Is Cam Newton ahead of him or below him?
Who are the 2 backup quarterbacks you have ahead of him, boys? I really want to know that. Who are the 2 backup quarterbacks you absolutely think are better than Dak Prescott?
Oh, off the top of my head,
It's magic.
Nick Foles.
Yeah, Nick
Oh
Nick
my
Foles.
gosh.
He's one
Chad
of them.
Henne.
Oh my
no.
God.
Chad Henne.
Oh, he made a play in the playoffs.
Ryan
Oh no!
Fitzpatrick.
Is this dude gonna say Jared Stidham?
Oh no.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
even go
Fitz
there.
Magic though. Yeah.
I was gonna say Geno Smith.
What? He ain't even played a game.
Yo, Doug Flutie, bro.
Vince Young still in there.
Yeah, Doug Flutie.
All right, guys, let's change topics a little bit. Let's talk about another big name quarterback. That's Russell Wilson. He was left off the Christmas card for Seattle Seahawks season ticket holders. So now we are seeing the split of Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. He named destinations he'd like to go to. Most of them don't need a quarterback now. So Chicago is really the only place that still has some sort of quarterback controversy. Is Russell Wilson taking the snap week 1 in Seattle, or is he playing somewhere else? I'll start this one off with Rick because he seemed a little surprised Chicago was being mentioned.
No, I'm not. I'm not surprised that Chicago's being mentioned. I like the fact that they are being mentioned. I just don't. How can I say? I just don't see them as the only option. There's still other teams with some quarterback issues.
Oh, so you're talking about New Orleans?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
But
I get it.
There's still some teams with some quarterback issues. Even though we're very broke, I still believe that there's so many. If you watch Saints, if you're listening to or paying attention to Saints Twitter, every day there's a prayer visual trying to get together and see if we can somehow, some way, finagle a way to bring Russell Wilson into our fold. Right, the mayor has went public with it, even though we're still waiting for Drew Brees to come out with his, announcement. Right, but Sean Payton ran into a fan just the other day. Right, and the fan asked, "Hey, is Drew retiring?" And Sean Payton said, "I believe so." Right now, you can't believe fans, and you also can't believe Sean Payton. But at the same time, if I take both of those things together, maybe Drew Brees will retire. If he does, then we do have an opening, and maybe New Orleans is in that conversation. I still don't believe the Seahawks would be, how can I say, stupid enough to get rid of Russell Wilson at this point.
And not
I
trade
just
him to New Orleans.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they'll make that move.
A team in conference. There's got to be a little rivalry between the Seahawks and Saints by now, right? You can't do that because you throw Russell Wilson on the Saints and
that's in NFC South and NFC West. They're far enough away from each other.
They play in the playoffs, right?
You want to get something. You want to get something for Russ, though. You want to get something for Russ, and there's a few different teams that can offer something good for us, but there's a few teams who would sell out for us.
Name that team, Rick.
Hey, more than likely they're gonna send him to an AFC team, just like they sent D-Hop was in the AFC. They sent him to an NFC team. They don't want to have to. They're not gonna want to have to face Russell Wilson. In the NFC.
Exactly. They don't. If they had to face Russell Wilson in the playoffs, on the way to the Super Bowl, even in the regular season, just playing Russell Wilson, they don't want to do that. They're got to play Tom Brady next year. That's fucking heartbreaking to me.
They're not going to have to worry about seeing them in the playoffs because if they get rid of them, there's no playoffs.
They're no going to.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's true. It's rebuild.
And Sam Darnold, give him to the Jets.
I would say that, but they have a lot.
I'll be quiet.
That makes sense.
Look, the Saints
what other
got
teams?
a lot of
What other
firepower,
teams
though.
are out there? What other teams are out there that can offer something enticing to the Seahawks and land somebody like Russell Wilson?
Bears.
Colts
I'm glad you asked,
Wentz.
Ernest.
So Raiders, Jets, Saints, Bears so far. Yeah, Connie.
I'm glad you asked, Ernest, because I got an insider.
Okay.
I had this insider for a while, man. Actually, I broke the news to my team. My team, they're steady trying to get me off this wave, but I have a buddy that works for the Dolphins organization. He was like, Connie, man, we might be getting Russell Wilson, man. He was down there with Sierra in the front office having dinner with one of the owners and all that. I'm like, what? In the GM? Yeah. So I don't know, man. They might be
Yo, that's
up something.
tampering.
Send to it all the way over
Miami.
to the West Coast.
Yo,
I thought we talked about not sharing this in public.
You just
bring that much stuff.
You just broke tampering.
This is definitely live, and tampering issues. I mean, Tom Brady's already making a call. He watches every stream because of Steve. So this is already turning into Zoomgate 2021. But okay, so let's add Miami to the list.
Just got fined a draft pick for this.
They did because of Steve.
God damn it.
So if Russ were to move to the AFC, that just opens up more opportunity for Dallas and Arizona in the NFC, considering most of the experienced quarterbacks and young and up and coming quarterbacks would be in the AFC altogether. So even more of an enticement for Dallas to give that contract. What about a Houston-Seattle swap?
No,
don't like Deshaun in Seattle.
No. If you're the Houston Texans, you go get Russell Wilson. But if you're the Seahawks, the last thing you're doing is moving sideways. If you're gonna reset. But the last thing you're doing is moving sideways and waiting another 4 or 5 years to get the rest of your pieces together. There's not going to be a straight swap. It doesn't move the needle at all.
Doesn't move the needle. Okay.
That's not sideways,
it moves the needle. I think it moves the needle. I don't think it's sideways. I think it does move the needle.
Oh, you think it does move the needle?
Because you still need a quarterback. I mean, and then you just got to get an offensive line. You can get in the draft, go for offensive lineman, and
but the issue with all that is
you got the trigger man figured out. Like, at least if you do that, you can still actually build around a quarterback instead of going full rebuild, which is nicer to your fans.
And you have weapons on the outside.
Because trust me, like New England, like if any fan base is like New England fans are, it's not pretty if you win games for a year and then like you go 7-9, God forbid.
If it's about the fans though, I don't think you can move Russell Wilson at all. What's that message to the fans?
Yeah, it's not about the fans or even
they actually don't care
as
about
a whole. Russ holds the cards because he has a no trade clause and he's only stated that there are 4 places that he'll go.
That's right.
Miami's on that
Saints
list.
Aren't one of them, Rick. I don't believe.
Yes, we are. Yes,
are
we
they?
are.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All
we
right.
sure are.
New Orleans is on that list.
New Orleans,
we
Chicago, Miami.
We just got some compensation. We just got some
Dallas and Chicago.
Secretly, what he's not telling everybody is that he wants to play for Bill Belichick.
Oh gosh.
I feel like Cam Newton's hair alone provides enough enticing value to make that move there.
What do you trade, Steve? What does New England even have to get a Russell Wilson?
We will tell
Bill Belichick himself.
We will tell Pete Carroll how Malcolm Butler was able to figure out that play.
Oh my God!
I got the twins. What's the twin? The
McCourty
brothers. The twins. They got
the Patriots don't have the gear to go get him.
They don't have anything to. They
don't y'all have those tight ends that y'all invested in last year?
Too many.
Don't go there. All right, we're gonna get him heated up. Let's talk other big free agent names. So right now, Russell Wilson, the mystery. Oh, actually, no. Let me get a thumbs up or thumbs down. Russell Wilson, Seattle Seahawks uniform, week 1. I got punished. I don't know. Voices in the middle. We got some middles. So for those on the podcast, we're split here. We don't know where Russell Wilson's gonna be.
Yeah, we don't know shit.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys 5 names.
Yourself, Steve. I know everything. I'm the best over here.
We're gonna give you 5 names. All right, 5 big free agent names. 5 free agents a week would make a big impact on teams. And I just want you to give me the name of the team. This is gonna take too long if we try to explain it. So let's just go the name of the team. If it's enticing, maybe the group lights up. Let's hear it. Kenny Goliday. Start with Job, just so you know everything. Where's he going?
Miami.
Will.
Miami.
Rick.
Raiders.
The Voice.
Buffalo.
Jet.
Ooh.
Green Bay Packers.
MTMV Connie.
Miami.
Steve.
Miami or Green Bay.
Chris.
Green Bay.
I'm choosing Houston. Punish.
Why?
I'm gonna go with my boy who said the Giants.
Oh, Giants. Okay.
Kenny.
Okay. I don't want to pick on any. Why? Is because you got to keep Deshaun Watson. I think getting him another wide receiver 1 keeps him. So that's why I think he goes there. Just because somebody asked. Not that I thought Miami being said 5 times wasn't worth the time.
No, I understand that. I mean, I look at it and I don't think Kenny Goliday is a wide receiver 1 anymore. That's why he's not getting tagged. He's not going to command the money that a Chris Godwin would have commanded because he's always hurt. He's a great wide receiver one, but he's the wide receiver one for 5-6 weeks a season.
So I didn't want to dive into it, but that is a bold statement. So let me open that question up. Is Kenny Goliday a wide receiver one still?
Yes, he is. And he's very much a wide receiver one still. He's very he's great, especially when his quarterback is doing well, right? When Stafford's doing well, then you saw Goliday like really killing it. So can he be a wide receiver one? I believe so. I absolutely believe so, and especially in the right system. You put him with Aaron Rodgers, he even in that system, he won't be a wide receiver one. So he won't be asked to be a wide receiver one, right? See, he doesn't have to be, but he definitely could be. You know, Devontae Adams always gets hurt at some point during the year, right? He can step up in those situations. Now you put him in another situation, like, I don't know, right? You drop him to Houston, right? Like Ernest said earlier, could he be a wide? Yeah, that's a good one. Could he be a wide receiver one there? Absolutely. Yeah, he could be in a great situation, especially with a great quarterback, a young quarterback who can really show off his talents. Absolutely, I think he could be a wide receiver one. That's my thought. I don't know everything like you, but that is my thought.
I love it, Rick. I love it.
So if I want to look at comparing Detroit wide receivers that hit the market, Roy Williams, Kenny Galladay?
No.
I'm just saying that the way that it sounded that he's not a number one, that made me kind of see that comparison at that point. Is would he go to another team and be the beta to somebody else's alpha?
I'm not saying that he's not capable of being a wide receiver one. I just don't think he's going to get paid like a wide receiver one, and he wants to be.
He's
so I don't
get
know.
paid.
I think we're forgetting about a team.
Who's that?
About Cincinnati, man. Joe Burrow will be coming back.
I like that.
Wait.
They got T Higgins.
Yeah, but AJ
Green's leaving. He's a free agent, but he's older.
AJ's done. You know, he's done. And it was 3 years ago. I tell you that AJ Green and Kenny Galladay would make Cincinnati a threat, but Kenny Galladay and T Higgins might make them a threat. You know, I didn't think about that. Will that's a good one.
AJ Green's definitely going to Tampa.
Y'all don't forget John Ross, man. He's doing everything he can to be.
They got some good young talent in Cincinnati.
No.
To be what?
Hands real fast.
I'm not talking Ross right now, dude.
All right, let's go to the next one. Aaron Jones. And this is one that's been tagged to Miami quite a bit on different shows. So can you afford both Kenny Galladay and Aaron Jones? But I'll go around the room, and this time I'm going to start with Jet. Jet, where is Aaron Jones ending up?
Oh, geez. I didn't even think of this one. I'm going to say Buffalo Bills.
Bills. Okay, Connie.
Bills.
Steve.
I like Buffalo, actually. Unfortunately.
Will.
Washington football team.
Ooh.
That's a nice one.
Okay. Rick.
What are you doing over there?
Did you call my name?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh no, it blanked out. I'm going with the Packers.
He re-signs with the Packers.
Yeah, I see. I mean, he's starting to flourish in that system, man. And I don't believe in Dylan. I don't. Not yet, right? So I'm gonna go with him re-signing there.
Got your voice.
Niners.
I like that take.
Another nice one.
Job.
I'm gonna go with re-signing in Green Bay. But my other, if he's not going back to Green Bay, he's going to the San Francisco 49ers. I don't doubt it.
Chris, fantasy implications. Where does he end
I
up?
think he stays in Green Bay because he had quite a nice fantasy season.
That's where I want him.
Punish, you want to give a take on this one?
Yeah, I'll just say Green Bay because the rest of these guys say Green Bay.
That's perfect. Aaron Jones, to me, could end up in Houston. I'm just saying Houston. I'm just kidding. It's not Houston. It's not Houston. I'm just kidding. I did like the Miami take. I could see Aaron Jones in Miami. Somebody had mentioned, what about him signing in Arizona? I don't think they would take that huge leap of giving a big contract to a running back in Arizona. I think they're going to build around Kyler in that line. But it wouldn't be bad to see another established running back there in Arizona either. So Arizona, Miami, both would be good fits for Aaron Jones. But
big question, Ernest.
Yeah.
Who's paying you from the Houston Texans to say this stuff?
Yeah, I'm just hoping to grab a front office spot. So if you're from the Houston Texans and you like my takes, I can make that contract happen. Kenny Galladay, Aaron Jones, Deshaun Watson. I make it happen. You know how Dallas just finds money lying around and just pays everybody? I can do that in Houston. Just come by. Let's talk a name that's going to have a lot of fantasy value, in my opinion. Jonnu Smith hits the free agent market, a tight end who showed flashes of brilliance, then some games where he's just MIA or he leaves for a small injury. So let's talk about Jonnu Smith. I'm going to start with the voice. Where does Jonnu end up, and will he be relevant?
If I had my druthers, he would end up with my Denver Broncos because the tight end position is something that we have not been able to solidify in a while.
So Noah Fant.
Yeah, Fant's been good for y'all, man.
Are you not happy with
Fant's a top 10 tight end.
He just got hurt.
People they're always either hurt or I would like to have a bit more stable.
You got the tight end from Mizzou though.
Jonnu.
Yeah, well, he just came last year though, so again, I'm looking for stability.
Okay, so Jonnu to Denver. That's one take there, Jet.
Now, I have zero clue if they could afford it, but the LA Rams would be a nice spot for them.
They have two established tight ends, though.
Yeah, and they could get one that's better than them.
Yeah, a third one in that system. Wow. We're going to see 3 tight end sets in Los Angeles.
Or you'd cut one of them.
Oh, you said my name?
Yeah,
GM Steve out here.
Okay. Man, I'll say, man, my team, Kansas City Chiefs, man, we've been looking for a tight end too for ever since Demetrius Harris left, and he wasn't great. So we need somebody to go with Kelsey on that other side. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, looking for a double tight end set. Rick?
I like the New England Patriots. Just weapons. Get weapons. Like start collecting weapons.
How about you get someone who can get the ball to them? And
I was just gonna say it's not the receivers or tight end's fault if the quarterback puts the ball 3 yards in front of them in the dirt.
So that's why
I love you, brother, but you can't sit here and blame Cam Newton for what's going on in New England.
I will say this.
And I watched every single game on the All 22 at least 3 times, and I can 100% say that Cam Newton did not have it last season.
I'm not gonna say he had it, but you know what
he was getting it before COVID.
He had Devin Asiasi, bro.
He was not. The receivers were getting open. The receivers weren't great. I'm not saying they had great receivers, but they were open at times, and Cam Newton just straight missed them. He put the ball in the dirt 3 feet in front of them. He threw
at times
passes at times.
Steve, I have nobody I can trust. Nobody. Who can I trust? N'Keal Harry? Can I trust
you? Can trust Julian Edelman. If you say you can't trust Julian Edelman,
he missed half the year.
Where was Edelman? Where was Edelman?
He was injured, wasn't he?
Julian Edelman was injured.
He's talking to Myers Leonard. Job, who do you have Jonnu Smith going to?
The Chicago Bears, alongside Cole Kmet.
Another tight end to Chicago? They have like 11 on roster right now.
They do, but none of those guys are the level of Jonnu Smith. I know they drafted Cole Kmet. He showed some flashes, but Jimmy Graham's getting up there. He's probably not going to be there next year. The contract that he's in, probably going to get cut. So I'm going to go with the 2 tight end set with Jonnu Smith.
Awesome. Connie?
Well, with the situation with Ertz in Philadelphia, I think Juno go to his hometown team in Philadelphia Eagles.
Damn it, Connie. I should have gone first. I had Philadelphia. Damn it. Steve?
I actually agree with Rick on one thing. I do think Jonnu Smith is signing in New England.
So although they disagree why, Jonnu's going to be receiving passes from Ryan Fitzpatrick next year in New England. Chris, who do you have? Fantasy implications?
I did not say that either.
I want Ryan Fitzpatrick so bad.
For his
team. Actually, I didn't even say that Cam Newton might not be here next year.
Oh, he's going to be the quarterback.
Chris, you froze out there for a minute, but I think you're back. Who do you have Jonnu Smith going for fantasy implications?
I got the Colts.
I'll take it.
They got a decent amount of cap space. They can improve the tight end spot and hopefully move the needle for them.
Okay, I see that, Chris. I'm coming out from left field a little bit there. Punish.
I'm going to say New England because New England's a Colt.
That's the best take I've heard from a non-sports fan ever.
New England's a cult.
That's it right there. That's
right.
The winning. Let's go with 2 guys who are really undervalued but always have injury concerns. Chris Carson's first on the list of these cult. 2 guys. Chris Carson, where does he end up? I'll start this one off with Connie.
the bench somewhere. Chris Carson, man, like I don't see that he has any value to go anywhere, honestly. But like if I had a pick, he'd probably stay in the West and go to probably San Francisco.
Joe.
Arizona. I think he's also staying out west, but I think he's a better Kenyon Drake. So I'm going to go with Arizona.
That's a good take. The voice.
Yeah, I was going to say Arizona as well. Chris Carson, Cardinals. It's got a nice ring.
It does have a nice ring.
It does. Jet.
I like his fit on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay. Get a remove from that train over there. Will.
I actually kind of like that Steelers pick there. I can see that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Rick, we're enlightening people on this show today.
Yo, I'm gonna go with the Houston Texans, man. They haven't figured this thing out, man, at the running back spot. They can't figure it out. For some reason, they trade for a guy, you get rid of your best weapon, and you go and get somebody who you expect to come in and do something, right? He does okay, right? Fantasy-wise, he even did okay at first. He was one of my dynasty guys when I went no running backs in the first few. But I'm gonna go with the Houston Texans, man. I think he can help.
Steve.
I hadn't really thought about Chris Carson really as a free agent, really. But I like those Arizona and that Steelers picks. I like both of those fits actually.
We're starting the trend right here. Chris Carson as a Cardinal.
Yeah, I did have Cardinals and Texans as the two landing spots because I think the Texans are going to grab a running back no matter what. But Houston, if you hear this, trust me, I got the right insight. When it comes to Chris Carson, though, sending him back to Texas, I mean, he already played in Texas. It makes sense, college career. Would like to see him go back. Did I call everybody? Wait, did I get fantasy implications for Chris Carson? No, I did not. Fantasy implications. Chris
Remick.
I like the Pittsburgh Steelers pick, but I also think he could go to the Bills.
Okay, yeah, miss out on the backs. A lot of backs in Buffalo. If Chris Carson went there, that's a convoluted backfield. Punish. Where do you see Chris Carson going?
I don't know sports ball, so I'm going to just say the Jets because I know they need all the help they can get.
And if you're confused as to why Punish is here, you're going to find out in the trivia session. So MTMV, I know you're confused as to why you're going to find out. Let's talk about the last man standing. You know what would be interesting though? Sign and trades for Will Fuller and Chris Carson, swapping both quarterbacks and with it as well. Why not? Neither franchise tag has been used. So.
I like it. It'd be entertaining. We'd have something to talk about for the next 2 months.
Something not the draft. Let's trade offensive schemes. Anyways, Will Fuller is the last man on the list right here. Will Fuller, the wide receiver from Houston, was not tagged, so he is a free agent. This man can spread the field. You know what he does, but he also gets hurt a lot. So what team signs him, takes that chance? I start this one off with Steve Reisner.
I have no idea, man. Because he is just so goddamn inconsistent, and he went out and tweeted that he got suspended. Like he announced his suspension for PEDs himself. He didn't let Ian Rappaport do it.
And I did it.
Yeah,
sorry.
But he just tweeted that out. Like, yo, sorry. Like I don't know. Like
so. You got Will looking for a job still after the first wave, huh?
Like someone's gonna sign him, but he's gonna sign I think the end of free agency, and he's gonna get low money, because I don't think he's trustworthy.
Okay, so Will making a big take. Steve making a big take there, but Will, I'm going to you next. Where do you think Will Fuller ends up?
Probably maybe Arizona. We don't know what Larry Fitzgerald's gonna do. He could reunite with D Hop, you know what I'm saying, on the other side, and you got Kyler Murray throwing on the rock, you know.
So the Houston Cardinals basically.
Yeah, I was just gonna.
Might as well send Deshaun over there and send Kyler that way.
We're just gonna be the Texans.
Rick.
I'm gonna go with the Kansas City Football Chiefs. And
might as well keep Sammy Watkins.
No.
Stay injured. Will Fuller stay injured just as much.
He's a different dynamic, man. He does get hurt. But he wouldn't have to, be that guy all the time, right? He can kind of come in a different role. So I say,
He
I
didn't have
say
to
the
be
Kansas
that
City
guy
Football
all the
Chiefs.
time when he had DeAndre Hopkins in Houston.
He didn't.
Still hurt all
He
the
didn't.
goddamn time.
He didn't.
Mr. Productive.
But think about it. They have McCole Hardman, right? They have a couple of different guys who can kind of carry that role. He can come in and be a guy to spell some people. I think he'll be good in the Kansas City Chiefs. Plus, you can really use that speed. Think about that, right? That speed, Mahomes' arms.
Oh yeah, because they need speed. That's the one thing they don't have on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Speed.
Yeah. But listen.
They lack that.
They wanted to have that speed with Sammy.
Weapons and speed.
I mean, that's true. They do like having the two fast wide receivers. And Sammy Watkins, if he wasn't hurt, he'd be doing that. So I could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could actually see it.
I'm going to choose the Green Bay Packers. I think the Packers steal him, get a great deal out of it, and it's going to be a sleeper pickup for Green Bay. Add another weapon. I'm going to go over to Jet next. Jet, where do you see Will Fuller ending up?
So I think Will Fuller is going to be the consolation prize for the Green Bay Packers if they miss on Kenny Goliday. If he doesn't end up being a Packer, I actually will not be surprised if the Colts make a bid for him. It's kind of common knowledge that the Colts always have an eye on the Houston receivers. They scout them twice a year, every year. And with T.Y. Hilton likely out the door as well, they're going to have to find somebody else to plug in until they find their next guy that's going to play with Pittman for the foreseeable future. So those are the two landing spots I think he could hit.
Yeah, T.Y. heading to Tampa as well. Connie?
I'll be honest with you. I don't mind him coming to South Beach, man.
Okay. All right. So Will Fuller in Miami.
Is
that also a consolation of them missing on Kenny Goliday, or you think they would go after both?
I think what will happen, we will miss on Kenny Goliday, and we'll wind up drafting Chase out of LSU, and then we'll get Fuller, and then we'll make Chase our number one option when it comes down to throwing the ball, or we can get your boy out, Devontae Smith. Yeah,
I'd rather have Devontae Smith.
Make him the number one option. But that's what I'm looking at. I think we go take a shot at him, or he just goes to New Orleans.
Okay. All right. The Voice brings some sense into this. Where is Will Fuller playing football next year?
He will end up in the land of the misfit boys, New England.
Oh, damn it! You stole my take, man. You stole my take. I'm sitting here waiting to give that take.
They go get everyone who is horrible or supposed to be horrible, and they give them another chance. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't.
Yep.
He's actually right. Yeah,
Job, that you were next.
The land of the misfit toys.
I think he's a buy low option for Bill Belichick, but he has that potential where Belichick can sell it to the media, and Boston fans will sell it to themselves as, oh my God, we're saved at wide receiver. We have Will
Boston
Fuller.
fans will never save anything Belichick does to them.
So
they will
I
rip
think
on everything this man does because they listen to the radio too goddamn much.
I mean, I love sports radio. Don't get me wrong, but
you love Felger and Maz. You love
Felger and
EEI?
Maz is great. Felger and Maz is great.
What?
That's my favorite. My favorite. 10-2, baby. 10-2w. But anyway,
God.
I think that he would be a good option for the Patriots offense. I think he'd be a good option for the Patriots offense. I think he's a buy low option. I know the Patriots have a lot of money, but they typically don't spend it on wide receivers. They need to go get a quarterback. They've already spent a ton of money in the offensive line department. So I would be surprised if they don't go defense heavy in the draft, and go spend some money on Will Fuller.
Gotcha. Fantasy implications. Chris, last take on this, and then we'll talk trivia.
I also thought the Patriots were a potential landing spot just because New England needs all the help they can get for their receiving core with the health of Julian Edelman and Rex Burkhead and those guys that have been somewhat consistent. Just they get hurt almost every other year. So
Edelman's going to Tampa.
Yeah. Well, I mean, very possible.
T.Y., AJ Green, Edelman, all in Tampa. Yeah. Anybody who's past their prime who are over the hump are going to Tampa.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's already talked to all of them.
James White's going to Tampa.
All right, Punish, end this one out for us. Where does Will Fuller end up?
Steve sold it to me because he said he's untrustworthy, so he's going to go to New England because they take everybody who's going to cheat. Oh, sorry.
Mike drops that. Mike drops that.
I love it.
Round one
I was leaving too anyway. I got to talk to you, Punish.
Round one was well, he's still playing trivia. Round one was brought to you by Living My Best Cigar Life. We love you. Thank you for being one of the sponsors of show and Blue Collar Media. LivingMyBestCigarLife.com is where you can go and find some great products. Use the code BCMG. We'll be back after this commercial break. Trivia time. If you don't know what it is, we're going to explain it, but we have some fun guys on here, and it is MTMV's crown on the line. Will they retain it? NFL history trivia coming back right after this commercial break. All right, that's the bell, and that's round two, and we are starting off here with ITL trivia. That's right, off-season brings us some trivia. We have some fun. MTMV Sports against ITL in what's going to be our introductory trivia for those who have never seen it before. So let's go over the rules. You have two familiar groups with us and MTMV Sports. We're going to give a question and 2 to 4 choices on what the answers are going to be. So it's changing up a little bit, okay? Now, 5 seconds to answer. There will be tiebreakers and there will be bonus questions involved in it. We have ITL being repped by the unknown NFL people in Chris, the NBA analyst, Punish Pool, who is a gaming expert, Job, the expert that knows everything NFL, and then I think Steve's just sticking around as a judge, so he's just watching.
No, I was just about to take off. All
right. See you later.
Just waiting to say goodbye.
Goodbye, Steve.
Later, fellas.
I'm feeling undermanned here.
Well, we're waiting for Sam. Where is Sam?
I think Sam's gonna have to.
Wait, who's gonna make sure nobody's looking stuff up on Google if Steve's leaving?
Oh,
true, Steve. Steve looks like you're. All right. Steve looks like you're staying on.
Well, you guys gotta let me go get some more goddamn cigarettes.
All right, go get some cigarettes, Steve. Let's talk it out. Today's trivia is NFL history. So we usually bring stats heavy into this, but we are going to go back into the record books. We're going to challenge your mindset. Job and Sam are the experts in ITL. Chris and Matt have no idea what they're talking about, but they are going to collaborate. We're going to have some fun. If you're a Lapster listener, if you're listening from MTMV or just any one of our side shows, you could be on here next week. Come out here, get some $25 gift cards for you and your friends for next week's show when we talk NBA. Let's go. Let's go ahead and start it off. Question number 1. In 2019, Lamar Jackson became the second player to win in an unanimous MVP. Who was the first? A, Peyton Manning, B, Aaron Rodgers, C, Tom Brady, or D, Marshall Faulk? And we start with MTMV Sports, the champs.
You said who was the first to
win unanimous MVP?
Dang.
I think Aaron, y'all. What y'all want to do?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Go for it.
First to win.
3 seconds.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
MTMV Sports is going with Aaron Rodgers. All right, ITL, you're on the clock. Who was the first unanimous MVP?
We're going with number 12. Sorry, guys. I'm stealing the thunder there. I just know the answer. I'm wearing.
I think I'm going to create a rule that if he answers one, he can't answer until the next 4. That way we get everybody in. No, I'm just kidding. So you're going to go with Tom Brady.
We're going with Tom Brady.
They're going with Tom Brady. ITL strikes first. It is Tom Brady. He was the first unanimous MVP. And MTMV Sports starts off from behind. Question number 2. What year did the Houston Texans play their first season? A, 2002, B, 2004, C, 2001, or D, 1999? ITL, you're on the clock.
I think.
Anyone got any ideas?
I'm going to say 1999.
3 seconds.
That's what I was going to go with, too.
I think it's 1999.
All right, we're going with Punish Pool here. We're going to go with 1999.
Punish Pool taking the reins. He picks 1999 for ITL. MTMV Sports, you're on the clock.
I think.
What were the choices again?
I think it's
We'll go 1999.
Hold on, wait.
No, the
2002, 2004, 2001, and 99.
Oh, wait, no.
2005.
2001.
2001.
Okay.
They are going with 2001. The actual answer is 2002, so nobody gets a point for that one. But you have a chance to get some points here. Who was their selection? ITL. Who was their first round pick? Who was their first pick ever in franchise history?
Sports player?
I have no idea.
2 seconds.
We're gonna have to pass because I don't know.
They're passing,
Unless
not
Chris,
making a choice.
No, I have no idea.
Oh, let me.
MTMV.
David
Carr.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. David Carr.
MTMV going to take a stab with David Carr. It is actually Titus Howard, the offensive
Never
lineman.
heard of him.
We're never gonna get that.
I'm giving you one chance here, though. What college did he play for?
Titus Howard?
Texas, or you wouldn't have said it.
Oklahoma.
ITL's going Texas. Where's MTMV going?
Texas.
Wait, are you saying in the supplemental draft, or was that like the NFL draft?
That's the first draft, the first pick ever for the Houston Texans.
Okay.
Titus Howard.
Okay. I don't remember that. I remember.
You guys going with Oklahoma or?
Yeah, let's go with them.
Alabama State. Alabama State. That's where he played. Alabama State. Yep.
The Bulldogs.
All Houston Texans right there. Let's go to question number 3. ITL winning 1-0 through 2 questions and 2 bonus questions. Who finished their career with more rushing yards? Eric Dickerson or Marshall Faulk? MTMV Sports, you're first.
Faulk.
Dickerson.
2 seconds.
Dickerson.
All right. He's saying Dickerson. We're going to go with the
MTMV
football
Sports was seesawing there, but they're going to go with Dickerson. ITL, you're on the clock.
Dickerson.
Fantasy implications, you good with that?
I'm good with that.
Punish. He's talking. I think he muted himself.
Oh, motherfucker. I was going to go opposite of them, but you know what? I'll go with Joe on this one. I'll just trust him.
So everybody going with the Dickerson pick. You would be correct. Dickerson did lead, had more rushing yards than Marshall Faulk, but let me go ahead and give you a bonus question. How many yards? Closest team to that amount gets another point. MTMV, you're first.
Conrad.
How many total?
Total.
Total rushing yards.
I want to go with a cool. How many years did he play?
2 seconds.
Okay.
I say 19,000.
Yeah, that's good.
You want to go? I was thinking 17.
You want to go 19? I want to go 15.
Go 19,000.
Let's split and go 17.
No, 19 is good because I was going to say higher than that.
They're going to go 19,000. Going over to ITL.
Chris, I want to go with like 15 or 16 because I think it's lower than that.
Is it?
What
Hold
are you
on, is
thinking?
it closer without going over? Because I was gonna say if you're gonna do that, why don't
He didn't say that. He didn't.
Why don't we just go?
No price
or
right.
closer. Why don't we just go 18,999 because we're one away from them.
They did this to us.
I like the strategy.
We're gonna undercut them then. I guess we'll go with
just by 1.
We're gonna go with that number because I think it's lower. I'm gonna go with. I want to say 16.
ITL is going. Are you going with 16,000?
We're gonna go with 18,000 because that's the popular vote. But
they are going with 18,000. 18,000 ITL, 19,000 for MTMV. Actual retail price 13,259.
Okay.
ITL gets that bonus point. ITL remains ahead.
Rick, you had it then.
1.
I said 15. It's all good.
You had it.
3-1 going into question 4. This is NFL history. ITL, MTMV Sports versus ITL. Let's go into it. Which quarterback holds the record for the most career interceptions thrown? A, Tony Romo. B, Matt Schaub. C, Tom Brady. D, Brett Favre. We start with ITL.
It's easy.
I want to go with Favre.
What was the question?
Most interceptions, most career interceptions thrown.
I want to say it's Tony Romo. You sucked.
Job, I'll trust your judgment on
2
this
seconds.
one, man.
2 seconds.
All right, let's go with Tony Romo. Let's do it. Tony Romo. That's
They're gonna go Tony Romo. MTMV, you're up.
Brett Favre.
They're going Brett Favre. They're going Brett Favre. It is Brett Favre. Brett Favre does have the most career interceptions thrown. MTMV catches up by 1. ITL up 3-2, nearing the halfway mark of this trivia session. Let's go to question number 5. Who finished their career with more picks? Dion Sanders or Ed Reed? And we're going to start this one off with MTMV Sports.
I'm gonna say
E.D. Reed, boy.
You didn't throw the Dion side enough. I'm gonna go with Ed.
E.D. Reed, boy.
Yeah. I'm going
MTMV picking Ed. Joe, ITL, you're on the clock. They are going Ed as well. It is Ed Reed. So the score goes 4-3. Both teams get the point. How many more interceptions does Ed Reed have? MTMV Sports for the bonus.
5.
I heard typing.
Yep.
I heard typing.
I'm going 5.
He was clicking his teeth.
I heard someone clicking.
I'll say 10. Let's go 10.
Oh, 5.
Hey, MTMV, all hands up.
Damn, no.
2 seconds.
I want to see. Now I want to see y'all do it on other team too. All hands up. All hands up.
Yeah.
I want to see hands up.
I want.
You too, genius.
We out here. We out here. We out here.
We're talking about how many more like
Final answer, guys.
What's our final answer, y'all?
Dion. I know Dion has like 20.
They said
something.
5.
Rick said 5. Let's go with what Rick said.
All right, they're going with 5. Job team.
I think it's more than 5, guys. Can we go with 6? You guys okay with that?
I'm good with 6.
We're gonna go with 6 because I think it's closer to 10.
It is 11.
Right.
11 more
10,
interceptions. 11. I'm so upset right now.
Well, you gotta lobby better, man. You gotta be a harder lobbyist.
Well, you said 10.
He did say 10.
He did.
I did not hear you say 10.
He said 10 multiple times.
That is 5 ITL, 3 MTMV Sports at the halfway mark. ITL trivia back in action. NFL history is where we're at. Let's go to question number 6. Donovan McNabb was selected 2nd overall in the 1999 draft. Who was selected number 1? A, Tim Couch. B, Brett Favre. C, Ryan Leaf. Or D, Peyton Manning. We start with ITL.
99?
Isn't that when Brett
gotta
Favre
be-
was on a roll?
It can't be 99s. It's got to be Tim Couch.
All right,
2 seconds.
go with you.
Tim Couch.
ITL goes Tim Couch. MTMV Sports, you're next on the clock.
I'm thinking
Give me
Ryan
the
Leaf,
full-
y'all.
He wouldn't ask the question.
No, it wasn't
otherwise,
Ryan
that's
Leaf.
why I
It
said-
wasn't
Leaf was with
okay.
Peyton
was
Manning.
with Manning.
Give me the choices again.
Tim
Yeah,
Couch,
he went to Washington.
Brett Favre, Ryan Leaf, Peyton Manning.
But
What was the
Oh, then
question?
it's Couch. It's Tim.
Yeah, Tim Couch.
MTMV Sports going with Tim Couch.
It's
Score
Tim.
is 5-3, and that is the correct answer. Make it 6-4. Both teams get a point on that one. No extra bonus points. We're nearing the second half of this trivia. Here we go. Question number 7. Which team did Jerry Rice play his last career game for? A, San Francisco 49ers. B, Denver Broncos. C, Seattle Seahawks. Or D, the Dallas Cowboys. We start with MTMV Sports.
Seahawks.
Yeah, it was Seahawks.
Seahawks for MTMV Sports. Seem pretty confident in that one. ITL.
We're going to also go Seahawks.
And you guys would definitely be correct. That is correct. Can somebody tell me why it's the Seahawks, though?
Because he never hit the field with Denver.
That is correct. He never played a game for Denver. I thought that one would trick people up. I guess not. Here we go. Number 8. Well, and the score is 7-5. ITL over MTMV Sports. We got 3 questions left, everybody, and some bonus points. So MTMV, you got a chance to catch up here. Number 8. What round was Drew Brees selected in the 2001 draft? A, first round. B, third round. C, went undrafted. D, second round. We start with ITL.
B.
What round?
They are going B, third round. He sounds pretty confident. ITL, is that your final answer?
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
3 too.
Sure.
They are going B. MTMV Sports, your turn.
Second round.
You said second round?
It's second round.
Was that
Rick
an
is
option?
saying second
That's,
round.
that's
Yeah, I
it. It's the
didn't
second
know.
round.
Drew Brees,
It's the second round.
second round?
It's the second round. Yes, it's the second round.
Was
Are
that
you
an
lucky?
option, Ernest?
It
Yes,
is
it's
D.
the
That
second
is
You're stressing me out,
Okay.
Rick. Your confidence is
Rick
pissing me
It's the
off.
second round.
Okay.
They are and MTMV Sports catches up by a point. It is now 7-6. MTMV Sports likes to catch up there. I will tell you this, though. In today's age, it would be the first round because he was a 32nd pick overall. So they just didn't have as many teams back then. Good job, Rick. He was solidified. Question number 9. Does MTMV come back again on ITL? And Job is upset because he's the man that knows everything. How many years must a player be retired for them to be eligible for the Pro Football Hall of Fame? A, 6, B, 3, C, 5, or D, 8? We start with MTMV Sports.
5.
Six.
5.
Oh, 5. Okay.
C.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5
They
years.
look pretty solidified that it's 5. That's MTMV's locked pick. Job and team.
We're also going 5.
They are going 5, and you would all be correct. That didn't slip up anybody. And that goes to 8 and 7. 8 for ITL, 7 for MTMV Sports. Here is the final question for NFL history trivia.
How many bonus questions are there?
There are 3, and there are 2 more past the regular question here. So there's a real
All right.
chance for a swing.
Chris, I'm going to need some help here.
Oh,
What
dude.
was the final team that Vince Lombardi coached? A, the Washington Redskins. B, the New York Giants. C, the Cleveland Browns. Or D, The Pittsburgh Steelers. We start with ITL.
What are the options again?
Redskins, Giants, Browns, Steelers. 3 seconds.
Redskins.
Job is saying Redskins. Team agrees. I need a final answer.
Yeah, sure. Let's go for it.
They are just leaving it on Joe's hands. He's sweating.
Please.
MTMV Sports, you have a chance here to answer as well. What team did Vince Lombardi? What was the final team that he coached?
I feel like it's the Browns.
Which version?
I know, right?
I didn't
not the
feel
Los
that
Angeles.
one, but I don't know.
I don't think it was the Browns, man.
Who you think it was?
Give me the choices one more time.
Redskins, Giants, Browns, Steelers. 2 seconds.
I think it was the football team.
No, still.
The Redskins at the time, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Let's go Redskins.
Okay, let's go Redskins.
Just to correct all viewers, we're allowed to say that for it's a historic team, not a team playing currently. And it is the Washington Redskins. So the score goes to 9-8. With bonus questions coming, what was their record in his final season, starting with ITL?
Wait. Did they select the Redskins too?
They did.
Yeah, they did.
They did.
Okay. I thought they went. Okay.
Ernest,
2 seconds.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know how many games they played that season, so I'm going to go with.
I'll give you the total games.
Give me the total games.
12.
All right, I'm going to go with 6-6.
Job and company going 6-6. Is that a final answer, ITL?
Sure.
Yeah, I guess.
Punish Pool's giving me some confidence.
It's Lombardi.
These bonus points have to be exact. There is no close range. This is going to be.
Oh, there's no close range?
There's no close range on this one.
Well, that's convenient.
Go 4-8.
Go ahead. You said 4-8?
Either 4-8 or 7-5. I don't know.
7-5. Let's go 7-5.
MTMV Sports, is that a lock? 4-8 or 7-5?
7-5.
It is 7-5, so that is a tied ball game. We have a tied ball game right now.
Not again.
Here is the final bonus question. What year was
again?
it? Oh, ITL. 2 seconds. I'm not giving any time on this.
1960.
He's saying 1960. MTMV Sports. 2 seconds. 1 second.
70.
No,
1954.
1968.
Okay.
1968 or 54?
54. No, 68.
68. 1969. MTMV finishes the comeback.
Yes!
Not again.
Yeah! County Westside! County Westside! The best side!
I cannot believe it.
Go!
I cannot believe it.
I'm heartbroken. I'm heartbroken right now.
I am shocked right now.
Why?
What a comeback, baby.
I needed someone else to stay here as judge, so I could have played. So I could have helped Joe.
Now, wait a second. I got a question though. Aren't the bonus questions exact? Because they said 68 and it's 69.
No.
We're gonna go close on that one. That's a good point.
You can't just change the rules on us, Ernest.
I really didn't have.
Wait. Grocer gave them way more than 2 seconds.
Just
nah, y'all. He
no, they have
in the first place.
Can I say something though?
Yeah, Punish.
It's 4 against 1.
It is true.
4 against 3.
I will have 4 heads.
Sounds like loser talk to me.
I will say this.
No excuses.
I will say this. They punish. The second half or the second piece to Joe was supposed to be Sam. Sam's supposed to be the other head here.
Sam's the genius.
He left you
I'm
out
just
to
a
dry.
sidekick on that.
He's
He hung
the
me out to
analytic
dry
mind.
with the win.
I do want to say that is a back-to-back victory for MTMV Sports. And if you are watching Rick's gathering himself, if you don't know the story of MTMV Sports, they got 3rd of 3 the first time they were on the show. Then they got 2nd out of 3. Then they said, we guarantee a win next time we're on. They got the win at the end of season 1, show up the premiere season 2 with a win. So they are hyped right now, back-to-back champs.
I'm going to be honest. I'm bad luck for ITL.
That is
both
true.
times I've been on, MTMV has won in the last question.
It's this listening to Felger and Maz thing.
You know what, Steve? You should start calling Felger and Maz and telling them how much you dislike them.
Let me do the sign off here
Pretty
for
sure
trivia
they
though.
stopped answering me a long time ago.
Featured
Good.
trivia is brought to us by Taquito Express, which is down in beautiful Brownsville, Texas. All you can eat tacos, $7.99. You get an additional 10% discount with BCMG or ITL on that receipt. If you don't know it already, we're going to have our grand BCMG Expo live expose down there in Taquito Express, where we're going to have our shows, streamers, podcasts, everybody on stage eating taquitos and doing our thing. So again, congratulations, MTMV Sports. Let's do our sign-offs and thank everybody. I'm going to let you guys tell the people how they can find you. And everybody who's watching, I fully support going out and listening to MTMV stuff. They're fantastic. They're a brother podcast for me, so I absolutely appreciate you guys. But Connie, we'll start with you. First in, first out. Where can the people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Connie Westside _best. Also, you can find me on YouTube with MTMV Sports. Make sure you check out the Huddle Up every Monday at 9 o'clock or 9:30 p.m. Every Monday, everybody. Monday, 9:30 p.m.
That's Eastern time.
That's Eastern time. I guess it's 8:30 for y'all in the West. So yeah, Central. In the West, probably something else. But yeah, man, check us out, man. We got a lot that we talk about, man. We have a great team of podcasters, man. Just come check us out, bro. For real. And I got some new stuff coming up too. Can't tell y'all, but I got some new stuff.
Well, we're excited for that. We're excited for that for sure. Let's talk about the man who is on probably the highest pedestal. His team made it to the Super Bowl. They didn't get the dub, but Will Smith, talk to us. How you feeling?
Good, man. You can catch me on, of course, MTMV Huddle Up every Monday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. Also, check out Red and Bold on the MTMV Sports Network. It's on Twitter. It's at REDANDBOLD. Check it out, Red and Bold with MTMV Sports. Yeah.
Fantastic stuff. The man, the myth, the legend, the voice also joined us tonight. Always love having you on. Where can the people find you?
You can find me on all social media platforms at The Voice. THA, V as in Victor, O, Y as in Yankee, Z as in Zulu, E.
And I'm glad you still have your voice. I'm sure you had a ton of Valentine's Day requests to send over to loved ones. So I appreciate you joining on, that your voice is back to full throttle.
Yeah, I didn't get mine yet, by the way.
My pleasure.
Hey, it's your man, The Voice.
Rick, talk to us.
Yo, man, thank y'all so much for inviting us back. We truly appreciate you. Y'all, listen, y'all, Ernest behind the scenes is phenomenal. So I don't know if y'all know, how awesome he is, but behind the scenes, even on screen, let's not, say you're not, but
no,
behind the scenes, Ernest has been so supportive, man, so helpful for MTMV Sports, man. And we thank you so much for inviting us back for one, and then for hosting this phenomenal game, man. This is innovative, awesome, and exciting. And thank you, for bringing us on and sharing this platform with you, man. We love you, bro. You can find MTMV Sports everywhere, just at MTMV Sports, man. You want to find some of the best podcasters in the world, man. They put on great shows consistently. Just look for MTMV Sports Podcast Network on Spotify, Apple, wherever you like to listen to podcasts, man. And every Sunday, you want to make sure you listen on Sundays, because we give an inspirational sports-themed word, mostly hosted by The Voice, man. And that's the whole point of who we are, man. We just want to give you some inspiration, give you some encouragement, and give you some, just fun, man. You know what I mean? So that's kind of who we are and how we are. And of course the smoke, and of course all the smoke. But we love y'all, and we thank y'all for inviting us back.
Hey, of course, Rick, and just as much as you guys are supportive of us, we always appreciate of supporting you guys. It's basically a brotherhood when it comes to our podcast. Our networks are connected, so thank you so much. Thank you so much. Chris, talk to the people. Where can they find your stuff?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Asian Tatum. Didn't get to talk about it, so I'll talk my shit right now. Better watch out, Boston Celtics. Second half of this season, we're making a run for that third or second seed, baby. Marcus Smart's finally back. But thanks for having me, Ernest. I was thinking about it. I think it's about a year since I first came on the show, and it's been awesome being a part of BCMG and talking my shit about ball. So hopefully next time you can get me on for some NBA trivia. Maybe I can contribute a little more for Job here. Yeah, thank you for having me.
Chris, you're definitely in NBA trivia, so we'll see you next week. I don't want to see a 3-week hiatus ever again from you. And this, if you didn't know that, I completely spaced on it. This is the weekend that I met Steve and Paul for the first time at BCMG. So We met in person for the first time right when Corona hit.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a year ago. So crazy how time flies. Steve, since I have you on, why don't you tell the people where they can find you? Like they don't know.
You can find me on Twitter at Reisner_Steven. Trying to stay out of trouble on the Twitter app. Usually telling people that Job listens to on the radio that they suck at their jobs.
I love it. It's my favorite, news of the days. What did Steve say?
Fucking Greg Bedard.
Job, since you got on, why don't you come on and tell people where they can find you?
Well, it's actually, Ernest, it's been a year since you and I met as well. Also at MIT Sloan. Unfortunately not there this year, but that broke my run of 4 straight years. You can find me on Twitter at SourcePodcast11. That's SourcePodcast11. There's a lot of other kind of Twitter handles out there trying to pretend to be us now that we're at 2,500. I don't know whether that's just like the boss just showed up, but you got to find us at 1. I won't be back next week because I feel like that's bad luck for ITL. So I'll jump in. I'll jump off before trivia because Rick's giving me that big smile. It's really upsetting me right now. I was totally happy until Rick started celebrating, and now I'm all upset. So you can find me at Source Podcast 11 on Twitter, and you can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts. Thank you, Ernest.
Absolutely. And you found everything tonight on @IntoTheLabPod, which is where I usually go ahead and troll people and have fun with other podcasts. But you can find my personal Twitter handle @DuckyFuturePhD. Guys, so much going on. I want to give good news out to everybody who's inquired, but we did get a house. So we found the dream house. My wife and I, we finally solidified it. Yep. We are so happy. We won the bid yesterday and we've had the paperwork coming in today, appraisal tomorrow. So thank you everybody for your support. Do want to give a quick boost and boast about it though. It's got a theater room and a podcast center on top of it. So it is going to be legit, guys. It's going to be legit.
In the night.
It's going to be legit. So I can't wait to show everybody. Thank you for all the support. Moving to the next Airbnb while we solidify that tomorrow. So we'll have a brand new studio to work out of, but it's been one of those years to start off. We thought 2020 was going to get us down. It didn't, but 2021 literally says 2021. So we should have known that it was going to be rough to start off with. Duh. But here we are. So we're going to get through it, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for downloading the podcast if you're listening on the radio or on your phone. I guess people just listen on the headphones. But we really appreciate it. We're here because of y'all. Thank you so much for all of your support. We hit 3,000 downloads for the first time on ITL, and it was a fantastic feat. So it was the first time we've hit 10,000 altogether downloads and views. So a very special thank you to everybody who was watching and supporting our group. It's because of other podcasts and all of our family out there that support us that we're successful. So thank you guys. Have a great week and good luck to your teams in their tournaments. Hopefully they get the bid and good luck with March Madness. We'll talk again next week, guys. Some NBA action. Good night.
All right.